You know we'll never have like a good intro ever. You should just make one up and we'll just start.
Yeah.
We'll do a cold open like off topic.
I've never watched that.
Oh, you never watched Off Topic?
Oh,
Never
you should.
watched it.
Are you? Wow, why?
Yes, I'm serious.
I don't watch it all the time.
Because I have too much YouTube poop to watch to keep up with such things.
Yeah.
I heard
You have no idea the amount of YouTube poop I watch. Achievement Hunter is a drop in the bucket.
I'll watch it if the title is interesting.
I add roughly one subscription every 5 or 6 days
Good lord.
to my YouTube account.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't even know how many things I'm subscribed to. Basically not many.
You know, I can't say that much. Well, then again, that was old me, though. I used to subscribe to everything.
All the YouTube poop. Like this show. YouTube poop.
Goddamn.
I'm just playing Minecraft again. What else would I be doing, really?
Slowly losing your minds like us.
YouTube poop.
YouTube poop.
What's your
I've only
favorite YouTube poop?
subscribed to 45 channels.
90%
90% of them I don't even watch.
I was exaggerating when I said 2 a week. However, how many do I have added? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
See, I counted
6,
silently.
7, 8, 9,
Also, you can just click subscriptions at the top, and it'll show you the number.
23. However, there's probably maybe 20. Oh my god, how many do you have, Chris?
431. I had this. This is my original account, mind you. This
It's
account.
my original account, too.
This is my only account.
This is the account that started as LK600.
Yeah, I just don't subscribe
Back
to
into
people.
this is high school
There
account.
are roughly, I want to say, 20 to 30 other channels that I watch, but because they're so frequent in my suggestions that I don't need to subscribe to them.
Yeah, I don't have that problem.
Oddly enough, I have to subscribe to the ones that I don't see very often.
See,
That
that
makes
yeah,
any sense.
I do that too. If I know you're not going to update that often, but I like your content and I know you will update eventually, I'll subscribe to you.
Yeah.
God
A lot of
damn,
times it was, oh, I like this channel. Let me subscribe to it so I remember to check out these videos later. And then I just never do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I don't want to say most of them are. Although,
Are they all gaming stuff?
a mix of gaming and music.
Most.
If I have to give a percentage, though, I would say about 75% gaming, 25% music.
I would, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 of my subscriptions are gaming. I have, actually, majority of my subscriptions are trivia YouTube channels, and I have 4 or 5 gardening channels.
25 out of 44 are just devoted to gaming. So
you can
over
tell
half.
which one of us doesn't game very often. Me.
Well, I live vicariously through the lives of the
Other
YouTubers.
people.
Yeah, I watch them play games, so I don't have to.
I'm not going to contest that because it's what we do.
Yeah. Well, I think of should I spend $60 on a game and have to play it, or should I just watch someone else play it
I
for free?
very rarely watch people play games I don't already have. Because it's like, oh, that looks really fun. I want to play it. Oh, I don't have it. I can't. I don't know.
I used to watch this one guy, I can't remember the name of his channel, but all he did was Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I have never played that game. Never will. But I watched all of his series.
I've only played one.
So,
I've only played one, but only a little bit of it.
Which one?
The second one, I think it was.
What time period?
Can't remember.
Alright. I've only played Black Flag, which is...
I remembered his name. His name is also Matt G. I am not subscribed to him.
You're doing it wrong.
And I never was subscribed to him, honestly. But I would check his videos every day.
Yeah, there's a couple...
He still does Let's Play, right? Now he's playing Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh, poor soul.
Yeah. And Dragon Age Origins.
Oh, Jesus, why?
And Dead Space.
Yeah, let's see here. Well, I do have a handful of political YouTube channels, but they're not... I don't know how to describe them as...
What?
They're not focused on political stuff, but they're... Only one is focused on political stuff. The rest, I guess you could say, are kind of orbit around it, but aren't focused on it. Like, Binkov's Battlegrounds. That's not really political, but it's always fun to watch people see what countries would win what wars.
Yeah, I have absolutely nothing political at all.
Let's see, for that, I have... Well, recent add-ins is the Rageaholic that covers... it covers a lot of stuff, actually. Sargon, obviously.
The only one that I would say is completely 100% political based is Last Week Tonight. Because I don't have HBO like some people. What?
I was like, wait, why is the camera looking at me? You don't have cable.
What is this about HBO?
What is this bullshit?
But, yeah, I've got a few trivia shows, like It's Okay to Be Smart, which I watched like a bunch of its videos, subscribed to, and then never touched again. Majority of the video game stuff is all Rooster Teeth. I don't know if you like narrow that down, like Let's Play, Rooster Teeth, and Achievement Hunter. That's 3 of my subscriptions blown away right there. I have 1 history. Oh, I have 2 solely political videos. I'm not going to mention the other one. It may cause triggering.
Hey, who?
Prager University. PragerU. They're very conservative.
I hardly thought we'd get a reaction.
I've seen other people talk about that, and they're like, "My God, why would you corrupt your brain with that?" I have Lindy Beige, which he's always amazing. Bit eccentric, but it's always fun. He's like old-time D&D player.
It sounds kind of like...
He is a D&D player, historian, and sci-fi lover. Basically me, but is 40 years old. And if you're listening and you're not 40 years old, you might want to dye that beard. Just saying.
So, there is a new show coming on Stars, I believe, called The White Princess. It's based off a book series. And the only reason why I am interested is because of this picture.
Amazing.
Exactly. I'm sorry for that.
Sure you are.
A lovely woman with lovely assets. And since it's based off of a book, I was thinking, what book series would you want to have as a television series on like HBO or Stars or what have you? Because, I mean, they've done Game of Thrones, which is a good book series that will probably never be finished. and the television series is pretty good. But, yeah. What would you want as a book series to come on HBO?
Sword of Truth.
They did that as a series.
It wasn't HBO, though.
Yeah.
And it suffered for it.
Yeah, it suffered because of that.
Although, HBO would never sign that on because there's definitely not enough tits in that book to... King Killer Chronicle.
That would be good.
There's enough sex in that book to...
I would also say the book series I'm reading now, the Dresden Files, which they did have a series of on the Sci-Fi Channel, but it didn't go well, and it was only one season, and they tried to change too many things in it. So I would like that to be a TV series. And like each season could be a book.
There are very few book series that I read anymore. I usually just read standalone books. But there's a good book series would be my alternate history books.
The ones by Harry Turtledove?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like there was his quote unquote famous book series deals with the South winning the Civil War.
Yeah.
The book series spans from 1886, which is the start of the Second Mexican-American War, all the way to 1945 at the end of the Second Great War.
Oh.
Yeah, it's interesting. The first book is almost a standalone, and is the only book in the series that has the point of view of historical figures. So much, in fact, that every point of view in the book, because he writes from multiple perspectives.
Yeah.
Every POV in that book is a historical person. And the rest of the series are all fictional. They meet real people, but all the POVs are fictional. And basically the South wins the Civil War because what historically happened was just before the Battle of Antietam, what's his name? General Lee had sent orders out by a messenger to another regiment or something, telling them to move over to wherever to like come back and reinforce or something like that. And what's historical is a Union cavalry scout unit found a bag on the side of the road with Lee's instructions and battle plans in it, and 2 cigars. In the timeline in the book, the Confederate that was meant to deliver it drops the bag on the road, but then another Confederate tells him, "Hey, you dropped this." I'm like, "Oh, well, that could have been bad. Here, have one of the cigarettes in it for letting me telling me I dropped that." And basically what happens is Lee goes on to not only win the Battle of Antietam, but manages to capture Philadelphia. And when he captures Philadelphia, it gives enough oh my god, I'm flubbing hard. It basically tells the UK and France that, hey, the Confederates are a independent country now. They've won. And the next book in the series starts in 1914, like 30 years later. Yeah, Abraham Lincoln turns communist.
Of course he does.
Oh, communist Abe.
Yeah. He starts the American Socialist Party, which is not communist and socialist in the sense of like Soviet Union, but they're social democrats essentially.
Ooh.
But for this time period, the Republicans are basically wiped out as a party. It goes between the Democrats, which is the conservative party, and the Socialist Party, which is liberal, which basically becomes the Democrats versus Republicans. But for the start of Book 1, which is a standalone, takes place in 1886. And, there are 2 survivors from stuff. Stonewall Jackson survived the Civil War. That's another POV that he slid in just to have another POV character. I think he later became the Confederate president, like in 1870 or whatever. And Custard lives, which his that isn't that's more of a butterfly effect more than a timeline change, because the idea was that since the Union lost all its southern states, it basically pushed hard into westward expansion, so much that Custard had the reinforcements he needed to overwhelm the Indians and won that battle that he got massacred at. But yeah, long story short, World War I comes along the same way it does in real life. The North sides with Germany and the Central Powers. The Confederates side with the UK and France, becoming the Entente, or Ente, I forget how you say it, the Allies. Central Powers win. Germany kicks ass in Europe because there's no Yankees to stop them. And the US gains control of all of Canada because we were fighting a 2-front war. And we gained a couple of states. This pisses off the Confederates, who has a guy who basically is this version's Hitler. During the First World War, blacks who are now free but have basically, it's like South Africa, they're extremely marginalized, rebel in trying to make socialist republics. So the Confederates basically get this guy who's basically Hitler, and basically the book's version of the Holocaust is against blacks more than Jews. That he emphasized this so much that he went out of his way to make his propaganda minister Jewish. Yeah, to show how much that, Jews are okay. It's the blacks that are the problem. But as the series was pretty great early on, but at the end of the series, he wanted to twist it into the North is the Soviet Union, the South is Nazi Germany. Basically, the socialists gain power in the U.S., and the analogies become less subtle and more forced as the series goes on. But it's still good. I was upset when it ended. I was like, well, what do I do with myself now? Because it's like a 10-book series. I spent 2 years reading it straight. And when I was done, 2 years straight, I put one book down, I started reading the next. And when that series ended, I was like, these characters are gone now. What do I do with my life?
Yeah.
His sci-fi stuff is more interesting, in my opinion. Like when aliens invaded during World War II.
What?
Yeah. It forces the Axis and the Allies to work together to defeat them. The aliens had this problem. They did not understand the evolution of technology. They had been they had achieved space travel for over 10,000 years. And whenever there's a new technology developed, it takes sometimes centuries for it to become widespread in their society, because they are so driven to how things are now are perfect. There is literally no reason whatsoever to change it. So they sent a satellite to Earth, and it showed a knight wielding a sword and an Indian with a bow and arrow, and they're like, we got this. Well, when they arrived, not only were people not using bows and arrows and swords, Nazis were just in time for invading the USSR. Yeah, I think it takes place 1942, just in time for Japan to have bombed Pearl Harbor, but for us to not really make any headways against Japan. And they invade, and they have no freaking clue what's going on. Because they have no idea what the political divisions of the planet are, they just land their ships in random places. They land one invasion fleet in the middle of Poland, right between Nazi Germany and
Jesus
Soviet
Christ.
Union. They are so ill prepared for this invasion that one of the tank drivers, because tank commanders, they'll sit on top of the turret sometimes looking out. He thought, arrows, they're going to bounce off me. He gets shot by a sniper, and the rest of the tank crew just sit there for like an hour because they have no idea what to do. They were not trained for the event of, if your comrade is killed, what do you do? Who takes charge? Yeah. They do end up conquering half the world, though. Because Africa, that was easy pickings. I think they conquer Africa, South America, all the way up. They capture all of Latin America, Africa, Australia, and mainland Asia, with the exception of whatever the USSR owned. Japan got to keep all its island. They come from a planet that is 95% land. They have they don't even have a word in their language for the word island. Because they have lakes and a few rivers, but there's no landmass inside a mass of water. There's no word for that in their language. So they really don't care about Japan.
What is this land?
Because islands to them are just pieces of wasted rock. Even if, like Hawaii, even though it's a fairly large island, they don't care about it because it's tiny and insignificant to them. But yeah, World War II ends with the aliens conquering that. Germany owns most of Europe. They own France. They take over Italy. I don't know. They never talk about Italy in the book, but I assume that they just annexed it because the map on the beginning of the book just shows it as Nazi Germany. It might be independent, but a puppet state or whatever. But the USSR has its usual borders. Except for Poland. Poland remains under the aliens' control. Because they come to realize that, hey, the Nazis really hate the Soviets, and the Soviets really hate the Nazis, and it probably would be bad for future of our hope to keep this planet if they go to war with each other. Because by the end of the book series, the U.S. is not the only nuclear power. The funniest part in the series was their advanced technology was too advanced for World War II armaments. In that Germany, you know how Germany had those mega artillery pieces that can shoot like 30 miles?
Yeah.
They got one. The invasion fleet, the core of the invasion fleet, were these massive ships that would land. And they would be used as command centers. Well, the Germans got one of their rail guns, like not a rail gun, but a gun on a railroad, artillery piece, and fired it at the command center, and it blew the shit out of it. And the aliens were like, "Well, shit, we got to stop these things." So the cannon, it takes like 30 minutes to reload. The Germans were positive that they would get one shot off and then be killed. But they were ordered to do so, so they did. They prepped another round, they fired it. The aliens' response was to fire a counter missile. The thing about artillery is it fires shells. Shells from this thing has like a foot thick of metal armor. A flimsy little shield, a missile bursting next to it is not going to deter it in whatsoever, because they were thinking, oh, I'll blow up this missile coming at me with another missile. Germans weren't firing missiles, they were firing artillery shells. The Germans managed to get off 5 rounds before the aliens thought, let's just go over there and bomb them. Yeah, it's funny. This book series is broken into like 4 parts. No, 3 parts, my bad.
-1 parts.
Yes. First part's during World War II, that's 4 books. The second part's called Colonization, which takes place in the 60s, which has drugs. And then there's a standalone end of the series book, which kind of really upset me because it had the death of one of my favorite characters in it, like in all books of all time. He died of old age, but yeah. What was funny about the 60s, though, is that it turns out that Ginger makes these aliens go high as hell. And they were having issues banning it because for humans it's just a cooking herb, but for the aliens it's like LSD. And it also made the aliens do something else that they had no idea how to react to in their society. The aliens were lizard-based, to where when they start to reproduce, they all go into heat, they all have a round of orgies, and then they're done. Outside of this time of the year, the concept of romance, procreation, it doesn't even occur to them. Ginger puts the females into heat instantly. Pheromones go out everywhere. And the aliens, because they have a cycle where the females all lay eggs, the eggs all hatch at once, they all raise them the same way at once, and there you go. Well, now you have eggs being laid, and not just at random times, but in random spots, because there's no designated layer eggs here area fixed yet. And then they come up, because their societies like this, they don't have the idea of couples, like a man and a woman being married. Well, because the aliens can now have kids whenever they want, some of the quote-unquote radicals want to say, well, let's have marriage. And the highly conservative alien government's like, I don't even know what that word means. Anyway, Steve, you talk. My throat's getting more hurt.
Great. I get to do the speaking bits now.
I am the one who speaks.
Explain how centrifugal force works.
I'm not doing that. We had that discussion half an hour ago.
Oh,
I don't
no.
want to deal with it. Science works.
Science works.
It does. A lot of people don't understand that.
The entire time I was talking, I've been running around in circles in Minecraft.
I was just browsing through Reddit's video section. Apparently someone posted a video. It is 26 minutes and 4 seconds long of all the times Amy Schumer has stolen a joke.
Oh my god.
Where the joke was stolen from.
Ooh.
Oh.
We will be watching this after the podcast.
Yes. Oh man, that's beautiful.
It's amazing. I haven't even watched it yet, and it's amazing.
You get that warm, fuzzy feeling of gotcha, bitch.
But yeah, going back to the HBO series.
Oh yeah, that's what we were talking about.
I mean, you said that you mostly read standalone books.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite. I mostly read book series.
Yeah.
And a lot of the series that I have read, I've actually recommended to you.
Yes, and I've ignored just about all of them.
Oh yeah.
Not because I don't want to read, but just because I really don't have that much free time anymore.
Exactly, yeah. Also, you're a slow reader while I'm a fast reader.
Yeah.
I can get...
I pay attention.
Well, so do I. It's just, I read very quickly.
It depends. There's something I think I heard it on the news, but I may have read it somewhere, that if it is a non-fiction book, you can read it fairly quickly because you don't have to understand all of it. You just have to know the gist of it. But fiction books, you have to study every detail to understand the characters, their motivations, what's going on, etc. So I'm a fast reader when it comes to like history books, but stories I'm pretty slow at.
I feel as though I'm probably the opposite. I read fiction faster than I do nonfiction.
And why is that?
I don't know. Well, nonfiction isn't real to me, obviously. That's the reason. Reality is
I don't
real.
have to pay attention because it's fake anyway.
Yeah. But, so, as I said, I would definitely want the Dresden Files to come back as an actual series. They did do one season on the Sci-Fi Channel, but they just did it poorly.
Yeah.
They would basically have to do it at, like, a book per season.
That's how most book series are done on HBO. Because I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Game of Thrones is its first book series to show.
No, I don't think it is.
Like, The Expanse kind of has stuck to one season per book. They overlap a lot.
Yeah.
Like, the end of book 1 was the end of episode 3 of season 2, whereas the season finale of season 2 will be the beginning of book 3. So season 2 has book 2 in it, just smushed in between. I've not read the books though. I've read about them on Wikipedia.
The only thing is, I don't know who they would have cast as the main character. Because,
Can't help you there.
yeah, Harry Dresden is...
A wizard.
He is a wizard, but
I was just joking. I did not know that he was actually a wizard.
he's actually a wizard. And the thing about him is, he's actually extremely tall. He's taller than I am. According to the books, or the supplementary information, he is 6'8".
Good lord.
Yeah,
Probably won't matter.
possibly 6'9", if you go by the RPG.
What?
Yeah, there's a Dresden Files role-playing game.
God. Why?
Why not?
Oh, I don't think it's ever been out, but there's a Shadowgate card game. Which is weird, but yeah. It
How do
exists.
you lose your torches in that?
I don't know, actually. I don't know if they actually ever completed that project or not.
But yeah, I would have no idea who would be him.
I don't think there's an actor that tall
No,
anywhere.
there's not. And
Oh, just make him short. Hey, if Wolverine can be 6 feet tall,
yeah,
this guy can be short.
Wolverine is only 5'3" in the comics.
Yeah,
Huh.
he's
He's
shorter
tiny.
than me.
But I mean, he was born like 200 years ago. He was born in like the 1700s or whatever.
Short height, but okay.
For him, it would be. Because humans were shorter back then.
Somebody's reading really hard inside
I
right
think
now.
he's either purposely missing my point or he's not getting what I'm saying.
I'm actually getting your point now. Now I'm thinking about what I said and what you were saying. Sometimes I forget you're not tall. I'll shut up now. There was... Let's see, there's... The Dresden Files, that would be a great series. And it would be a long-running series because It has 15 books right now.
Wow.
He's planning on it to be a 20-book trilogy, and then at the end having, a 20-part series, and then at the end having a 3-part ending trilogy.
Jeez.
So 23 books.
What's he do for free time?
Uh,
Sounds like he has less chances than George R.R. Martin does.
well, he's already 15 books in. He only has 8 more to write.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just finished book 15.
Oh, so he keeps to a writing schedule,
Yeah.
unlike some authors.
Well, he has to make and
Think of a
create
few
this
ways that create
giant
sense in a
pinwheel
book.
of how he's gonna fuck over everyone's favorite characters.
Yeah.
He puts a blindfold on before every chapter. He spins it and like, all right, who am I gonna fuck over?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, the book series, the Dresden Files, the first book was published in April of 2000.
Okay.
So,
George R.R. Martin published his first book in 1995.
yeah, so he's
1995?
Yeah, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Book 1 came out in
It was
1995.
ages ago.
Good lord.
You know when his latest book came out? Book 5 was 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably 2013.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, book 5. It took him 20 years to write 5, and he plans on 7. He said he cut it down to 7 books.
A Dance with Dragons came out 2011.
Oh, wow.
6 years ago. Also, the first book was 1996, not 1995.
It's close enough.
So it was the first book 96, the second book 98, the third
So
book.
it took him 2 years to write book 1 and 2.
Yeah, 4 years to write the first 3. From 1996 to 2000, it took 4 years to write the first 3. Then 2005, then 2011.
I realized I shouldn't criticize too much because the text-based RP game I'm running on Face Punch, the next turn should have been out like 3 weeks ago, and I still haven't finished it. It took me 3 days to get the first turn done. It took me about a week to get the second turn done. About 2 weeks to get the third turn done. This is turn 4, and I haven't completed it yet. I've got maybe a third of it done. I mean, I could be doing it now, but Minecraft.
Yeah.
Depending on how Easter goes, I might have Pokemon Emerald edited and good for this week, or for this coming week.
Yeah, Pokemon
It's up in the air.
was a thing.
Oh,
What happened?
let's just say I was rage quit worthy.
Oh, yeah.
Z-Packs?
No. I decided to do something smart.
It turned out dumb.
It turned out real dumb and completely pointless.
Very
Is
pointless.
it like restart the game?
No.
No.
It was just mildly frustrating without the mildly part.
Okay.
Let's just say at one point,
How long did it take us to get through that?
45 minutes. About 45. No, I'll check. Hold on.
Just the bad part. How long did that take?
The bad part?
Yeah,
20 minutes.
20 minutes of one floor.
My God. Did you choose? I'm not even gonna ask. I'll find out later.
Oh yeah. I don't want to spoil it for the audience.
I
Yeah.
have
Of that one recording session, because this one was broken into 2 parts
Yeah.
because of frustration.
shenanigans.
and other things.
It was pretty bad. We were both annoyed.
God.
Eh.
Only imagine.
That's to say, we'll show you when this is finished.
Oh yeah. And then we couldn't record Stardew Valley because of some reason.
Yeah.
The game would not start.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I have to figure that out also over the break. As well, and also the 2 things we also recorded.
Yeah.
We also abused the fuck out of Pac-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, I abused the fuck out of Pac-Man.
He did bad things with the Pac-Man.
It is, like I said, the best game ever made.
I'm afraid to ask. What Pac-Man were you playing? Stardew Valley version.
No.
Pac-Man Valley.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's not a game.
I've seen some pretty out there Pac-Man games.
Oh yeah.
Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures.
God, that game. Pac-Man 1 gave me nightmares.
I mean Pac-Man 1. That was the regular Pac-Man.
I'm talking about the Super Nintendo, where you don't control Pac-Man. You control a hand floating around him to tell him to go there. And if you piss him off too many times, he doesn't listen to you.
Oh, yeah. We had to give him the cat multiple times.
Oh yeah.
God.
Yeah,
That was the day Agentwright learned he was a very bad man.
I think my brother and I quit playing that game when when we had to fly. We had to say, up.
Oh,
and
no, fuck
he wouldn't
that
listen.
part.
Yeah, we never beat that, ever. It got to the point where my mother started playing with us just to try to get us past that, and we never, ever got past that.
Oh, it gets worse.
What? I'm afraid to ask.
Yeah, the end game is a fucking bitch and a half. Between well-timed shots at the Pac-Man and giving him important instructions, if he's not in the mood, game gets pretty fucking hard really fast.
Yeah, this is Super Nintendo, back when...
I played this on the Genesis.
Oh. Well, back when there's no memory cards or save game, there is... Remember this passcode.
What?
I'll allow it.
Alright.
I'm just browsing the gift section and just a guy getting his
You know how
face beaten.
older adults talk about when the TVs turned off at night? News show stations would shut off. You turn on your TV, all you get is static.
Yep.
No memory cards. Looking for that password to the next level. That was our version of the TV turning off at night. These new generation guys don't know how tough they
got save states.
Yeah.
Emulators.
You can save the moment you pause the game.
Yep.
Us, we had to look for checkpoints. We had to find the password and write it down. We couldn't just save it on the game. We had to physically get a pen and paper and write down. And if you put down the wrong letter or wrong number,
Game over.
You have to redo everything.
Good lord. Back in my day. Yeah. Oh, man.
I think when I have kids, I'm going to start them out with Super Nintendo and don't tell them that there's more advanced stations out there.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm starting my kids out with Shadowgate. I'll make them fear the Reaper.
Chris, I thought you liked kids.
Alright, son, there's a book on the shelf. What do? Take the book. Yeah. My character died.
Don't worry, if you do it 5 more times, it'll work.
20 times later.
It's it didn't work. Oh, you must have done it wrong.
Oh, God. No, because then the wife would get angry because the kid's afraid of the Grim Reaper.
Well, I mean, do you want him not to be?
By the time my kid's a teenager, he or she will not fear the Reaper. No approval from the audience. God, tough crowd.
Yep. Puns don't work when you're not gone.
God damn it.
You just need more cowbell.
Yeah.
Chris, Steve chuckled at that.
God damn it.
Actually, I was looking at something.
Sure. Play it off. Fine.
No, really. Apparently, this.
I've seen that already.
Did she change her name to that?
No. Well, maybe. But
that would be the ultimate meme.
The top comment is, her parents are time-traveling meme lords.
Yeah. I'll say.
I mean, I never understood the Harambe thing, honestly.
Go for it, Chris. Work your meme magic.
Oh man, that's a lot of meme magic I got.
I don't know, is animal rights abuse?
Yeah, I mean, I knew the gist of it, but...
There's plenty more gorillas out there. Just
For some reason, the internet.
I thought you were going to say there's plenty of more gorillas in the sea, and I was like, what? That's not how the quote goes.
It's like, I guess the internet gained attachment to one. To be honest, I don't even understand that one. But yeah, it's just there. It exists.
It's just there.
Yeah.
It's a meme just to enjoy. Could be worse. Could be, what the hell?
I found something.
Yeah, apparently Sarah Silverman has made a tweet of a poster that says, "Give up your taxes, you smelly taint."
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it said.
I believe you. It's just okay.
Another, hey Danny, hey Danny, oh not Danny, hey Donnie, did you pay your zero taxes in rubles or dollars? Criminal. I'm flubbing hard now.
Critical hit.
Criminals hide. Hashtag taxes. Good lord.
So we're talking about politics now.
Now she's just being immature. Donald Trump eats first for dinner. Hashtag
This is Sarah
taxes.
Silverman?
Yes.
When is she not mature? I mean, yeah. No. Yeah. When is she mature ever?
Good point.
Yeah, I've never heard of her not be obnoxious like a child. That's why I don't listen to anything from her, because it's just obnoxiousness. There's wit, and then there's just being obnoxious.
But that's what's all over. That's what's all over Twitter. Is that one thing about the taxes?
Speaking of wit, my brother, he said something at work yesterday that my jaw dropped. And I had to ask him, Henry, where the hell did you come up with this shit?
Alright, shoot.
This may have to be edited out. May. Okay, no, I drove up, I don't know what was being said beforehand, but another coworker said to Henry that he's ugly as fuck. Both guys.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother, without hesitation, instantly retorts, "My God, if I looked like you, I would convert to Islam so I can wear a burqa all day."
God damn!
Yeah.
He might be a natural born roaster. God damn!
Yeah.
Wow, that's a keeper.
Yep.
Oh my God. Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, where the hell did you come up with this stuff?
How the hell
All he did was look at me and says, "I don't know, but it helps me sleep at night." It's like, without hesitation, he said that. Like, he didn't think, is this a good thing to reply to as with? No, he just outright says it.
Good lord.
Yeah. I swear, he really ought to do stand-up one day. The only problem is that he's terrified of public speaking. I think that would be the only thing holding him back. But my God. Hi, Steve.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm
You're
here.
just here. I think we were all just here.
It's been like a long day.
Of
Oh yeah, you got
aggregation.
up early.
Yeah.
I didn't. And I never will have to again.
So I went to see a couple of movies over the past week or so.
Oh, yes.
I went to see Beauty and the Beast. As in, did you see it?
No.
Oh.
I still want to see
I have not been forced to see it. Let's put it that way. I think that's a better.
It was good, and it was because most live action remakes of a cartoon movie
Or shit.
are very shitty. This one was actually good, which is saying something. I also went to see Power Rangers, which I
Yes.
know you did see.
Which I still want to go see.
Right. It was good, and I understand why your brother said it felt a little long. It did, but
I can also understand why your brother said that if you didn't watch the show, you probably would think it's crap, but if you did watch the show, it was a good homage. It was just like the show. Minus one thing that was pointed out to me later. Head whooshing. And I didn't realize this until I rewatched the show. Every time they turn their head, you hear a whoosh. Every time.
I remember that.
Also watching the first episode, I realized that 80% of the episode has the theme song blasting. The moment they turn into Power Rangers, which is roughly 6 or 7 minutes into the first episode, they have the Go Go Power Rangers playing from that point to the credits. There is no end.
Like, man, how do you guys have that song memorized? Watch the first episode.
Yeah.
Merchandising.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Oh, I'm open to go seeing it next Saturday.
I would see it again.
I've been wanting to go see it again. I need to see it again.
It all depends on
I did
how well I
a
recover.
I was like Thorn Oakenshield at the end of the Hobbit movie, apologizing to this movie for doubting it so much. I felt bad for trash talking it before I saw it.
I mean, I didn't really trash talk it. I just felt that it would be bad. Because we've been burned by so many movies before.
Yeah. I was like, this is going to ruin my childhood. And now I'm like, oh, best part? Well, two best parts. One, I found out later that the guy, one of the main producers, was the original producer of the show. Which explains why.
That explains a lot.
He has 5 more sequels planned. Lord Zed. Here we come.
Everyone's been saying that and asking for that.
Did you watch the mid-season, mid credits scene? Okay, I missed it. I saw it on YouTube later, but I made the mistake that I make at every movie theater, having my bladder about to burst. The pain was real.
Boy, speaking of pain, the 18th. It's
Maybe
gonna.
not.
Well, I don't know. It depends on how fast I can recover from this.
Oh, you're recovering from what? You only use that phrase in response to 2 things:
Drinking?
either schoolwork or drinking. That's the only 2 times you ever talk about recovering from something.
The only one time I actually did have to recover from it.
It's very rarely about schoolwork, too.
No. That's in May.
Okay.
That's a fresh set of hell I'm not prepared for.
The choices would be then, we can either go to a really early showing or a really late showing. Early showing would probably work better for all of us.
Yeah. If it's next week, I think I am working, but I get done at like 1 anyway, usually.
Oh, I was talking about like 11 a.m.
Oh.
But that's fine too, I guess. But you usually stay up late drinking anyway, so...
No, it's not just drinking I'm talking about. It's,
Oh, it really isn't?
Oh, no, it's not drinking this time.
What are you recovering from?
I'm getting
Third option.
my wisdom tooth removed.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That has to be a thing.
This is a special scenario for the use of that phrase, recovering.
Yeah.
If anything, you're using it in the actual...
sense of, oh, man.
Yeah.
I drank too much. But in this
is
case,
it on that Saturday?
No, it's on it's on Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
I just want to make sure.
Well, you should be fine.
Yeah. You'll probably still ache a bit, but you'll be okay to go out and watch a movie.
Yeah.
I think
just don't have popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll probably be at one of those aches where if you're not thinking about it, it doesn't hurt, but the moment you have a chance to think about it, you'll start to feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the worst kind. It's like saying, hey, you're now manually breathing.
Yep. When I had my wisdom teeth removed, I felt fine like a couple hours later. The most annoying thing is like the anesthetic.
I didn't. My mouth is big enough, oddly. I think that's weird that my mouth is big enough to hold all of my wisdom teeth.
It's only these 3 that are good. It's only this one right here that's fucked up. Besides that, good news is after it's all healed and recovered, I can have chips again.
Chris is focused on the important things in life.
Yeah, damn.
No, I just found another GIF.
What is it?
It's a GIF of a tourist learning pottery in Iran. It's interesting. Very interesting.
Yep. I can see where this is going.
Guy comes to help.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
It's like, let's remake the scene from Ghost. Oh, boy.
Oh.
This is the quote-unquote obligatory halfway point.
Kinda.
So, little announcements here and there. Just in case we're somehow not able to record. Because I know the 29th I'm busy. The 22nd... I mean, the 28th will be the next episode that'll be posted. It'll be this one that's posted.
Okay.
Alright.
So, I mean, in hindsight, we should be good, like, if we record the first, I guess? Maybe?
May Day? But I have communist rallies to go to. Yeah.
That's not the first, that's the 6th. Whoops. That's all figured out and whatnot. I mean, they're just little things to figure out.
Yeah.
Anyway, as always, if you're watching this on YouTube,
short little break.
Right about... And we're back.
Yeah.
And if you're on SoundCloud, I'm sorry for the horrific, shitty explanation of how YouTube ads work.
Yep.
My brother mentioned something about SoundCloud issues with listening to podcasts, but I don't remember. It was something that I thought, oh shit, I should probably tell that to Chris, and then I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something about like it's inaccessible for some reason. Like nobody's going to be listening to this on SoundCloud the way Henry was talking. And I can't think about what it was. So have fun researching that. Alternatively, you can just message him to say, what were you talking about?
I mean, if anything, once we get like up to 5 episodes, I'm going to try to put this on iTunes.
Alright.
Neat.
Yeah, I told my brother, hey, listen to this stuff, and he was like, on what? SoundCloud? And like, oh, I have to make a SoundCloud account now. And then he went to the website and like, oh, I already have one.
I listen to stuff on SoundCloud a lot, and I don't have an account with it.
I don't know.
But I listen to it on my PC, so that might be the reason.
Oh yeah, he listens to everything on his phone.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I also want to make the break for going to the podcast app through Apple at least. But I just want to make sure we have a good number of episodes out first.
Sure.
Yeah.
Before I make the big switch. Because just trying to maintain that channel alone is a mess. Because it's like every time I have to upload a new episode, I have to basically delete one of them because of the time limit that the thing has. So like if you're a pro, like if you basically pay for premium service, then you can have unlimited time.
Yeah.
The reason why I don't have problems with that on my other channels because all of my songs are like a minute a piece.
Yeah.
It's like, man, only these podcasts are like a minute a piece. That'd be a bit too short. It'd be like a short thought and an episode. Anyway, let's see. What's up on Twitter? Pretty exciting.
Twitter is doing anything?
Apparently a Pokemon Go.
That's still a thing?
Yeah, that's still a thing. Yeah. Huh. Somebody found I cannot figure out the name of this Pokemon. Frog Pokemon.
I need to read it because there's a number of frog Pokemon.
Alright, I'm going to send you the picture through Discord. Oh, look at that. We can use Discord now.
We're doing things.
Not that you couldn't before.
It'll be impossible Discord. Just give me a second.
I'm there. I exist.
Right.
Send it through the dead.
Here we go.
Oh, it's a Polytoad.
Yeah. And then you can see why.
Oh, I see why.
Can you name all Pokemon, Steve? Like by sight. I'm not asking like off the top of your head.
By sight, probably. Except for maybe the Gen 4 and 5 ones. Those are the hard ones.
The more popular ones.
Yeah, but those are the ones that I really haven't played.
Wait, so you haven't played... Oh, wait, which one?
I played a little bit of Diamond. I missed White and Black. And
Black 2, White
right.
2.
Yeah. So, those two gens are the tough ones.
World's oldest person, Emma Morano, dies at 117.
Good job.
She's been unlocked.
You died. Old.
UK driving test. Learners must be able to use sat-navs. Unsuspecting woman brings therapy dog to local furry convention.
Whoops.
Oh my god, that suit's so realistic! That dog, oh my god, that dog's gonna have to go through like years of therapy. Woof, woof, woof. Woof.
Nintendo Switch has sold 2.4 million units worldwide within its first months.
Yep.
Nintendo discontinues the NES Classic Edition.
Bad move in my personal thoughts.
People are outraged.
Yeah, I'm rather mad too about that. Yeah, hey! This thing is selling like hotcakes. What do we do? Cancel it. Why? Nintendo.
Right?
My God, you're an amazing business and all, but your decisions are so fucking confusing.
Comedian Charlie Murphy dead at 57.
Yeah, that's a painful one.
I don't think I know who that is.
I don't either.
Charlie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy's brother. If you watch the Chappelle Show, he
Never watched it.
He played one of the major roles on that show.
I will take your word for it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Thinking about changing my avatar to a picture of Bubsy. I don't know why. And what's the worst second? Alright, let's see here. I am checking Twitter more. Let's see here. Got more, what is it? Persona 5.
I did it dumb.
What was that?
Of course you're doing the dumb.
I just did the classic silk touch on everything. Doesn't actually work. Like I placed down. I came up. My goal was to mine cobblestone. That's what I needed. But I found some gold up there. And I was not cobblestone, a smooth stone. I was using silk touch, so I mined that too. And I placed it down and got a non-silk touch and mined it again. Thinking, oh, wait, that's not how this works.
Did you see was there a trailer of the Last Jedi?
Yes, a teaser.
Have you guys seen it?
Is the sky blue? Is the Pope Catholic?
Bear shit in the woods?
That we don't know for sure.
Do bears shit in the Pope's hat?
I think a fairy might.
I think you're crossing your analogies.
Don't cross the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, I cannot wait for Empire Strikes Back 2.
Yeah. How likely do you think it's going to be that?
They literally showed speeders charging across a white plain against walkers. It is Empire Strikes Back 2.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just gonna wait for when Luke hops on Rey's back.
You know, the first thing I thought was not the woman for the movie. I thought of Ray Gervais. Because whenever I hear the name Ray, that's the person I think of. I think of Brown Man.
The thing that irked me though was when they showed her on the cliffside swinging the lightsaber. It looked very fumbled, like she was literally just instead of actually like focusedly swinging it.
B.
As a bee, basically.
Actually, I just saw a GIF or video very similar to that. If I can find it. Browsing.
Chia. I got a chia pet for Christmas. A zombie hand coming out of the ground. With the chia pet is the grass around. I have not planted it yet because reading the instructions I realized that it only stays alive for 2 weeks.
Well, that's not the picture I was looking for, but I'm going to save that
I
one.
was just so disappointed that you can't just keep it alive forever. It literally just lasts for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I can't find it. But it was a GIF from Knights of the Old Republic. Apparently, someone found out that when you use the animation for taking the lightsaber out and putting it away, if you keep doing that really fast, you just do that. You just do the crazy, wave crazily. Although I did find a great picture of Meg Turney dressed as Tracer.
Go on.
I have to unzoom to get the full picture.
Oh God!
Yeah, she.
Ah.
I'll allow it. Gavin must be so proud.
Well, Tracer's also a lesbian now, so...
Gavin must be very proud.
Remember, if your girlfriend said, I'm a lesbian, then just keep in mind, menage a trois has been enabled.
There was My mother watched this wedding show thing on some channel a while back, and it starred a British man.
Okay.
And the way he acted and talked, you thought he was gay. And he literally had in the opening of his, like, the intro, he literally says, "I'm not gay, I'm British."
Okay.
Gavin must be pretty proud. But yeah.
That's fucked up.
The first comment is, this isn't cosplay, it's just Tracer-themed lingerie.
You know, if you was to post that on Facebook, John's head would explode.
Oh, there were actually 2 images. In the second image, she's laid on her side.
Go on.
Damn, she must have got...
I have gone on.
Oh,
I
God.
have went to the second image.
Jesus Christ.
I've achieved ascension.
Continuing going.
Yeah.
Because Twitter has disappointed me. I'm disappointed, Twitter. I thought you would know better.
You punched a guy in the face last weekend
I did?
for a natural 20.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because, you know, I can't shoot.
No, you'll
My
just throw
brother
your
randomly
crossbow.
was talking about that, and all I was thinking was, how the hell do you know about that? You weren't there. Did you post that something on Facebook?
No.
How did he?
When did he say it?
Earlier today, he was looking at his phone and said, "So apparently Chris is One Punch Man."
Oh, because I told Vanessa.
Okay.
I told Vanessa this morning.
Okay. So Vanessa must have told Henry, and he must have just happened to be looking at his phone when he said that. Okay.
Yep. It all gets back there eventually.
Oh, look, there's a TurboTax ad. I wonder if I click on the comments, will they be talking about Donald Trump? Survey says...
Potatoes.
I'm actually shocked so far now. Wait for it. Nope. Taxation is theft. Amen. And that's it. Wow. Some comments may have been filtered out. Ah, fuck you, Facebook.
I thought you were about to say some cunt.
Oh, there you go. Unfiltered. Yeah, there you go.
Unbridled, unfiltered.
Uncensored. Yeah, there you go. That's how I like my Facebook. Shit, there's Spanish stuff going on here. What the fuck? Alright, I regret nothing.
I love Hispanics. Okay, yeah, no matter what you feel about Trump, you have to admit that was a very poor, thought-out PR stunt. All my in-laws saw was Puerto Ricans don't make that food because he had a taco bowl. I was like, that is not Puerto Rican. How can he say he likes Hispanics?
Regret.
Yeah. It's like, there's a bit more Hispanics out there than just Mexicans.
Oh, man.
Don't tell that to Trump. He would get scared.
It's like, how can I deport Puerto Rico if it's part of us?
Oh, man. Me and my tiny hands think that one through.
That's how we'll get him to care about environmental problems, at least in Florida. We'll get him to build a seawall. Steve, you had that look of, that was pretty funny, but it was pretty shitty. I'm trying not to laugh.
That's funnier.
Oh, God, terror sharks now? Good Lord, we gotta be aware of everything.
Don't worry, we'll just stop them from moving. I love inside jokes from earlier before we were recording. They'll never know.
They'll never know.
I asked my North Korean pen pal how it was like living in North Korea. I can't complain, he wrote back.
Dark. Oh man.
Yep.
Let's see here.
That's one of those jokes you have to say out loud. You can't just read it and understand the humor.
Oh, this could.
Do what now?
Okay, that's racist.
Racist.
I'm just browsing our jokes. Why doesn't Clue have any black characters?
No,
It's not called Solved.
Wow!
God damn.
You might have to cut that one.
Hold on, wait, no.
My brother.
Hold on, wait. On that box.
The original one.
Okay, the original Clue. Alright.
They updated it for the
For diversity.
yeah. Give Donald Trump a few months, he'll go back.
The original Clue. Oh my God! Donald Trump was Colonel Mustard the entire
Imagine
time.
a White House clue. Like, who posted the leak?
It was Colonel Mustard.
No, it was General Flynn. It was General Flynn with the cell phone in the West Wing.
I did it. Oh. Why is it so easy to talk about Trump?
He's the topic of the day.
Topic
However, it's so popular that South Park won't touch it anymore.
yeah.
Freaking hipsters.
It's not cool to talk about Donald Trump.
They said that was the most hipstery thing South Park has ever done. To decide, I mean, I get going after other material, but closing out Trump stories because it's, quote, too easy and it writes itself is very hipsterish.
But it does follow the rules of comedy. You never want to grab that low-hanging fruit.
Okay, did you not see this last season?
This joke would have been funnier 4 years ago.
Uh,
I added Paul Walker on Xbox Live, but he spends all of his time on the dashboard.
You broke him. I really want to play Cards Against Humanity now.
It would be fun to do that.
oh my God! Oh. That might be the best one.
Ooh, what joke about?
Fucking hell!
Never mind. I've seen it before.
Are you going to say white people or women? Because I
No,
heard a W
Dr.
there.
Pepper.
Oh, fucking hell, man. Oh, that's so bad.
These kids won't get this. Social Security benefits.
Yep. Yep.
Ouch.
Yep.
I don't get it. Neither will I.
Oh, man. That's fucked up.
That's okay. I'm planning for my retirement. Not really.
I'm
I
trying
heard
to
that
what is
roughly 55% of young adults and millennials do not have any plan for retirement yet.
that? Oh, Christ.
My plan for retirement is die of old age. That's what I've got planned so far.
You could do the Gus Sorolla option.
Go out, blaze fire.
No, his retirement plan's a shotgun.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
You know what the Beatles says?
That was
Happiness is a
very
warm gun.
I just don't want to get so rich that I retire at a young age like Kurt Cobain.
God damn it.
know I've done well when Steve's shaking his head still like 2-3 minutes after I made the joke. Like, dear God, he really said that.
What the hell? A lot of fucked up things were said today.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Industrial strength spaghetti sauce. That would be really bad for you.
My God. It would be like eating raw kidney beans.
What would you never want to see labeled as industrial strength? Or weapons grade?
I don't know.
God damn.
A weapons grade vibrator.
NyQuil. NyQuil. Wake up 10 years later.
Where am I? How did I get here?
Yeah. That's a good question.
Industrial, was it?
Industrial strength. Or
Industrial
weapons grade.
Industrial strength vodka.
Oh God, that's that's just drinking lead.
Let's just take a shot of this and I'm dead. Woo! Oh shit! I may have partied too hard.
Let's see here. That's a good question.
Industrial strength coffee.
I would love to see that.
Oh God!
We're talking about stuff we don't want to see happen.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say industrial strength cheese.
Isn't that just American cheese?
Yeah.
She should, yeah.
I don't know.
Forks. Weapons grade forks.
Sound like something. No, that wouldn't work.
Another thing I was happy about leaving my job today. I found out that they replaced the type of forks and knives. They're tiny as hell. Vanessa got me a fork, and I looked at it like, this is not a fork. This is a toothpick with like 4 prongs. The knife was 80% handle. It was more akin to a scalpel.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
What? Industrial strength, birth control?
God damn.
That's called just being infertile.
Industrial strength
Kids
morning
be
after
going.
pill. That'll clear you out.
It, like, she has to, like, use the bathroom because all the sperm just washes out.
It's actually like a shotgun.
Hey, do you still have Netflix?
Yeah, of course it is.
Alright. Have you ever heard a comedian called Louis C.K.?
Yeah.
Have you seen his latest comedy special?
No.
Oh boy.
The only comedy special I have ever watched is Gabriel Iglesias. And that is only because that is my girlfriend's, my mother's, and my brother's top favorite comedian. And he's pretty funny.
I disagree.
I mean, he doesn't have... His humor is PG, which is fine by me. I mean, it's funny enough for me. I mean, I do enjoy my car comedy on occasion, too. But there's nothing wrong with what his comedy is. At least my personal opinion.
Let me just say this. Usually in his previous comedy specials, they start out pretty alright before it starts getting rough.
Yeah.
And like how dark it is. This one just starts out pitch black. Like he just comes out fucking swinging. I was like, holy shit. And the entire time, not a single Donald Trump joke. Would you be shocked? Which is shocking, actually. And then again, I guess it would be too easy of a joke. Har, har, har.
Well, you said don't grab the low-hanging fruit, to be fair.
Yeah. God damn. Let's just say this. His opening topic was abortions. And it just goes downhill.
It's like what my brother asked. I don't understand these one-floor abortion clinics. Where do they keep the stairs?
For some reason, when you said go downhill from there, I just pictured a fetus rolling down.
Oh my god! Imagination's pretty rather dangerous.
Yep.
God.
Especially for fetuses. Feti?
No, I think it's fetuses.
Okay.
Fetus.
It just sounds weird.
Are you looking for the pro?
Oh, I am.
What the fuck? What have I done?
I mean, why
No,
not?
actually, it's feti.
Huh.
It sounds... Feti sounds weird. Weirder than fetuses to me.
Feti. But for Jesus, it's just Jesus. This is. Jesus, this is. Yeah, I mean, Vanessa said, she was talking, she said, "My God, Jesus, take the wheel," and I said, I replied, "But my drive, I don't think Mexicans know how to drive."
Oh god.
Yeah, that was one of those, I didn't even think I was gonna say that type of comment.
Did you just pull a Jeff?
Yeah, pretty much.
See, that's why you have to thank Jesus during every meal, because he was the one who was out in the field working.
It's like, this is going to be one long cut here.
And we're back!
So,
God damn.
man, I just googled plural of fetus. That almost sounds like a Greek name, the plural of fetus. Fetus being a location.
Well, it is a location.
It's like the Isle of Lesbos. Everyone from there is a lesbian.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not making that up.
Oh, it even has a uterus in the island. 2 of them.
But
It has 2 bays.
actually, yes, they do kind of resemble.
Alright.
Yeah,
Discord.
I never knew that. I knew there was an island called Lesbos, and they were all lesbians there.
Really?
That's not Discord.
Okay, you know how you're an American from America? Well, they're lesbians from Lesbos. They're not actually gay.
Yeah.
They have just a very unfortunate name of their region. Much like Intercourse, Pennsylvania. It's like, hey, I'm from fuck.
There is fucking Austria.
No, they changed their name.
They finally did?
Because too many people were stealing the sign that says welcome to fuck.
That's so bullshit.
They changed it to something like super German. I don't remember what but it's like, yeah, that's from Germany or Austria. Same difference. It really irks me when people in the U.S. say...
Technically, it rhymes with booking, so it would be fucking Austria.
Yeah. It really irritates me when people say, "Oh, I'm not."
Oh,
German,
no, it's a
I'm
false
Austrian."
rumor. They didn't change their name.
Really?
Nope.
Huh.
The mayor of fucking denied these rumors when contacted. Man, that's what I want to be. I want to be the mayor of fucking.
Become your independent country. I am the president of fucking. I am the absolute ruler of fucking.
List of unusual names. There's Hell, Norway. That's an interesting one.
So it does exist on Earth.
There's
George Bermuda.
Shitterton in Dorset,
There's a hell
England.
in Michigan, I believe. And yes, it does snow there.
In Spain, there's a municipality called Castrillo Matajudios, which literally translates to Jew Killer Camp.
God
It
damn.
was named that from 1627 to 2015.
Go
They changed
figure!
it that recently.
Go! The fucking SJWs changes everything. Can't have anything, man.
It took them that long to say,
Only 71 people live there.
I wonder.
how many are Jews?
I wonder how many doctors live
The
there.
name was changed to Castrillo Matajudios, which I don't know what that translates
It
to.
has Judios in there.
Yeah.
The not
We're
so
sorry,
funny.
Jews.
Yes.
I don't speak the language
Put it in
of
Google
this
Translate
Spanish.
for added hilarity.
I shall. Come to me, Google Translate. I need your skills. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Why are you translating from German? The butt of Jews. And by butt, I mean butte.
Okay, so it's like the canyon of Jews,
Yeah.
so to speak. All right, that doesn't
The Jew
quite
canyon.
make it better, but I'll allow it.
Let's see. There's also the town of Condom, France.
Stop laughing.
There is a Hell, Michigan.
Yeah, that's the only one I really knew about.
There's Grope Cunt Lane in somewhere.
My favorite area will always be Disappointment Mountain.
There is a road in central-ish, middle Jersey area called Unexpected Lane. Or Unexpected Road. I don't remember which.
Huh.
Yeah. So that's interesting.
What about... I can't think of any other odd name areas.
Just looking... List of chemical compounds with unusual names.
Well, this ought to be good.
Hmm.
Well, that's not really fair because scientists sometimes go out of their way to come up with absurd names.
Oh, well, there's Coming Tonight.
Okay, go on.
It's a rock. It was named after Cummington, Massachusetts.
It's not helping the case.
Why not?
You know, Trump got a moth named
Oh.
after him.
It's interesting. They have this. Let's see. There's sounds like vulgarisms. There's arsehole.
Arsehole.
Yeah, like asshole, but the
Oh, arsehole. Okay.
yeah. Bastardane. Crapinon. Damn. DANN. Fuck it all, which is a type of alcohol.
Oh, they
Nice.
probably named that on purpose.
I
And Chris is like, I've tried that.
There's butanol, which, if you read it, is spelled butt anal without
Okay.
the extra T.
Isn't that like a flammable gas?
Yes, it's a common aldehyde.
kind of shitty.
Then there's BARF, BARF, which is a long compound name. Constipatic acid,
Interesting.
non-anal,
Non-anal.
vomitoxin,
Huh.
dead cat,
Wait, what?
Diethyl azodicarbonate. I can't even say it. Fuck me.
Deadchat.
It's just called Deadcat.
Welcome to our sister podcast channel.
It's an explosive that can give you cancer.
God damn.
So does the blast kill you or
No.
the cancer?
The explosive would kill you, but if you get exposed to the explosive thing without it exploding, it would give you cancer.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense than the one you first said.
Well, they list it as an explosive first, and then
It's an explosive cancer. Yeah, things you don't want to hear in military strength or industrial strength. Cancer.
Well, they list it as an explosive first, and then they list that it is cancer-inducing.
Okay.
Why not? There's also germanic acid, magic acid. There is a ketone called megaphone. Why not?
Okay.
There's periodic acid, which is actually periotic acid. The piranha solution. Man, some of these are real. There is also traumatic acid. That's interesting. The bacon.
The bacon.
The bacon. That's how it's spelled.
What?
Just going through. Oh. Let's see. Apparently there is something. It's called ZBTB7. Originally, it is called Pokemon. It's a gene that acts as a master switch for cancer.
Interesting.
Why not?
Sure.
I got a picture, but I can't turn my screen because of the camera. Because of the this right here.
Oh, right, yeah.
I'll post it on Discord.
Yeah, thank you.
Exactly. Alright.
One of these things is not like
Uh-huh. So, that's kind of like the minivan.
Oh
Two
God.
in the front, back.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
I've stopped looking at weird names.
What else does Reddit have for us today?
Well, what would you like to see from Reddit?
I would just like to hear stuff, to be honest.
Well, like what type of stuff?
But I don't know. Shower thoughts is always fun.
Okay.
Let's try to analyze some of these shower
Well,
thoughts.
look through the new ones. I wonder if the blind turn on their lights at their homes. Probably not.
Probably not now.
That was bad. Why would you say that?
What happens if you sit on a voodoo doll of yourself?
I would imagine it'd be like one of those where you put a mirror facing a mirror, and you can just see infinitely.
Oh God. Eventually you see a little sign that says stop it.
The back at Carl's Corner, the Tractor Supply store, back when, like, long time ago, this might be before even your time, when it was Ames,
Yeah, I know about that.
they had in the fitting areas, they had these two mirrors, like body-sized mirrors facing each other, and my brother and I would just stand there looking off into the distance.
Yeah, so would I. Pringles cans should be more like deodorant sticks. Twist up so it's easier to get in there.
Yeah. Wait, that would break the chips though.
No.
Because the screw works by pushing. There's a screw all the way
Well,
through.
I know, but you would have to just modify it.
No, here's the thing. It would be a little cylinder here, the screw under it, so just push it up like that.
Yeah, but
But the screw would have to be compressed.
have it as a spring.
How do you keep it from firing?
Oh God!
Of the Pringles. As you take Pringles out, it gets lighter, so there's less compression on the spring, slowly raising it
I
up.
can see this being abused with do-it-yourself shenanigans.
Hey, you want
cut
some
a hole in
Pringles?
the side so you could like pull the thing back, load it, and then just let go and watch it poof.
Yep.
My dad claims that the reason soda cans and beer cans, they like have this edge like this, is because people were taping like 4 or 5 at a time together when they were just straight, cutting the tops and bottom off and making like potato guns out of them. And I don't know if that's true, but that's his claim. And now Steve's on the fact checking.
He's using his
Not right
Google
now,
phone.
I'm not.
Okay, you just the way you grabbed your mouse and looked at your
Sound like some
computer,
Google
it's like,
fluid was about to
I'm on
happen.
the case. Yeah.
It seems like Bi-Stickman strikes again.
What?
Oh, you never heard of Bi-Stickman?
No.
Don't know why this is a shower thought.
What's that?
I'll find out when I read the comments.
I'm afraid.
For some reason, someone has put as a shower thought, when she took off her bra, her breasts dropped like hanged men.
Jesus Christ.
In the comments, someone
All
said...
I thought was,
In the comments, someone said, here's a more complimentary way to say the same thing. Her breasts hung low like long, shining pendulums, finally unleashed from the tyranny and oppression of the cops that had them bound. I almost said cops. Ever drop a raw steak on the floor?
what?
I don't know. It's comments. A car is just a big metal backpack that you can drive.
That only makes half a sense.
The sea is a very mild cup of tea.
What the oh, God. I can't even. Well, apparently it's going to now be LGBTZIP.
ZIP?
As you can figure out what P is, congratulations, you've won the internet.
Prostate.
Wrong.
Pedophiles.
He has a
My
winner!
God.
Yep. The internet has that group has finally reached
You just had to bring up that picture, didn't you? This is all your fault. They saw that picture and they said, that's okay.
Muffled.
Muffled pain.
Got it right.
See, I thought it was LGBTQ.
RS.
AS.
XYZ.
No.
This is one of the comments.
LGBTQAS. Yeah.
But yeah, this is the original post, though. This is what the post was.
What?
Yeah, I know, right?
That's not how it works.
Yeah, the internet is just one giant clusterfuck.
Did you know that there's a separate word for finding, like, teens attractive as opposed to, children?
Isn't that...
I don't remember what it is, but it doesn't technically make you a pedophile. It makes you a something else file. There's still a file in there somewhere.
I'm not going to look that up.
See? I see you work for the government. I'm not going to look that up. What are you, crazy? Jesus Christ.
What? You don't want to type in
Oh,
Islamic terrorism how to?
Oh, shit. Episode 3 is out? No. That's episode 1. Episode 2 is out. That's what it is. For Attack on Titan.
Ah.
God. Probably watch that tonight, I guess. If I remember.
Uh-huh.
What? Oh yeah, we're being quiet. Talk, Steve.
After watching Fate of the Furious, I realized that Vin Diesel is the Nickelback of acting. I don't...
Well, that's a brutal statement.
You know, I was gonna say, wow, that's a little bullshit.
Wait. In the comments, if that is the case, Amy Schumer is the Nickelback of comedy.
Like, I want to say no, that's not true, but at the same time, it's like I can't deny.
God. But the thing was, she was never funny to begin with.
Okay, hipster.
What? Fucking normies. It doesn't help that I'm wearing yellow and black. Doesn't help at all. Fucking hell. Well, we're getting close to the 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
2 hours ago, we were a bit more sane.
Oh, yeah.
I made a tower of pinks.
Yay.
Well, I made the materials. I have the obsidian and gold block. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah! Ow.
It sounds like you fell off.
Yeah, but I'm good.
That's an odd way to describe it.
What?
I'm browsing through Explain Like I'm 5. How do adult teeth know when to erupt? As in to...
Yeah, it's on a timer. It's called your age.
It's just... Why say it that way? Also, can someone explain the mechanics behind an erection in layman's terms? Apparently someone wants to know how penises work.
Sponge. Sponge.
I'm just trying to figure out if this person is a man or a woman who's asking. I think it's a dude. Because
Dear
their
Lord.
username has Nelson in it.
That's concerning.
How does my dick work? I'm so confused.
I tried to troubleshoot it, but it's just nothing.
It's like, I need help on my 8th grade health class test. Homework.
The internet in you.
Apparently that's a thing. A common Ask Reddit thread is about questions women want to ask men but have been too afraid to ask. And one of the common things that comes up is, can you piss with an erection?
It is.
My brother had an analogy for that, and I wish I can remember it because it was really good.
And a bunch of guys have said, yes, you can, but a bunch of their sex ed teachers who are female have said, no, you can't. And the guy's response is,
It's like,
you
let me show you.
You don't have a penis. How do you know?
You can. but it's highly not suggested, and it's very difficult.
It's difficult and kind of annoying.
No, it's not difficult. It's difficult to aim.
Yeah.
It turns your platform into a double dare challenge.
Yes.
By the way,
It's basically like turning off auto aim.
The interesting thing about dicks, that's a great way to start a conversation, is the urethra.
Is like, let me start recording.
The urethra actually has rifling. Our dicks are. The piss rotates as we pee to increase accuracy. I mean it. Go to the bathroom, piss, and slow down your stream, and you'll see that it twists out of your urethra. You've never seen that? How closely do you look at your piss?
I'm more concerned about the fact that I'm being relieved.
I'm usually looking somewhere else. I'm like, alright, aim, alright.
Well,
Yeah.
Looking at the calendar, this is what I gotta do this week.
am I weird?
Yes. Yes.
It's the topic of piss.
I'm just urinating like every other human being on Earth who has a penis.
It's like if you have to ask.
It's just so happens that I look down and notice that. I'm a perceptive individual, especially when it comes to my own body.
I don't look where I shoot.
And that's why you miss.
Freaking hell.
This is my penis. There are many like it, but this one's mine.
I thought you were going to say this is my penis. Hear me roar.
Apparently, this is a fact that most mammals take 21 seconds to pee, no matter the size of the animal.
I take a lot longer than that.
Well, common time.
Average time?
Yeah.
Well, if it's average, it means there's people below that.
Me.
My throat.
Yeah.
I'm not used to talking.
An elephant's bladder can hold nearly 5 gallons of fluid, and yet it can pee just as quickly as a cat.
That's a fire hose.
A new study revealed that most mammals larger than rats urinate for about the same amount of time, 21 seconds. That's because their urethras are appropriately scaled to be a flow-enhancing device, the researchers said.
What does that mean?
Makes it easy to piss. The key factor behind this phenomenon is the length of the urethra, the researchers found. As an animal's body gets bigger, its urethra gets longer at a predictable ratio. Bigger animals normally have bigger dicks, so they have longer urethras, and they also pee more.
This
But
explains
it's
why
about-
it takes me so long to pee. It's like, this is not how you impress the ladies. Like, hey, I take a while in there.
Hey, B, I average 25 seconds and I
Yeah. It's like, I said, how big is it? About 25 seconds.
Yeah, really bad. Slow down there, partner. You're rushing.
And she's like, I was kind of looking for a guy for like a few minutes and an hour.
Jesus Christ.
Can you imagine just him going home like, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down?
Alright, gotta break 2 minutes.
Yeah. It's like, okay, milk challenge.
Oh, that'll be disaster.
It's like, I need to ingest all the fluids.
We should do an experiment. We should all time ourselves pissing.
Have fun with that.
I have a watch.
That's impossible to compare.
No, you go piss, keep an eye on your watch, See how long it takes.
I have a very full bladder right now. You may not.
Well, then we empty our bladder, drink the same amount of liquid, wait some time, and then I'll go piss. It's a science experiment. We have to do it.
Not only is this
for
way
science.
too complicated, it's getting kind of uncomfortable now.
It's extremely simple. How is it complicated? You empty, you drink, you wait, you pee, and you time the pee.
Have fun with that.
I'm gonna do that when I go home tonight. I'm gonna time
come home.
Yes, I'm gonna come at my home and piss.
I'm coming.
You're never going to forget that, Chris.
The scene is embedded in my head. You have scarred me for life.
You're
with that
welcome.
scene.
You're
God
welcome.
damn it. Oh,
I don't
God.
know what you're talking about. I'm not sure if I need to know what you're talking about.
Oh, you know what we're talking about.
The Nintendo 3DS has never been the same ever since that scene.
to Google up how long it takes to pee to find that article, I literally wrote down, I typed in mammal pee time. Love Google. They know what I'm talking about.
Sure. Can you just imagine this question like in what if Google was a person?
Yeah.
Asking this question, just look at you like, here's the information.
How long do mammals pee for?
I don't know.
Thanks, Google.
Yeah, you're the best. Now I'm going to take this information and talk to my friends about it. And then we're going to have a pee measuring contest. Don't cross the
What's the
streams.
feast? Oh my god.
Oh, wow! God damn!
So should we just end it at that?
Yeah, we have like 3 minutes left, so we should end
Might
this.
as well.
Oh my God! Wow, that was
I
a.
can only imagine what you're gonna bring up for the video version of this.
I really haven't done much for the video version. Again, I don't have Adobe, so my editing is kind of very limited.
Well, I thought you were gonna put up images.
Well, the thing was, I was supposed to have an imagery thing for the previous episode, but I decided to just use it on SoundCloud, though. But again, so once I get, wait, I'm yawning. As soon as I get a better video editing software, is when I'll go back to the hijinks that I want. I will re-edit those videos to how I wanted them to turn out to be.
That's going to be interesting.
Oh yeah. So yeah, episode 2. Watch out. Oh man.
Why, Chris? Why?
I don't know. But yeah. Actually, this is fantastic and we're done.
Yep.
Until next time. Oh, hey, Agentwright.
I'm the Abbott555.
I'm Emperor Scorpius,
Oh my gosh, he's not.
and I really have to pee.
Remember to time yourself.
Oh God, yeah. Next time I go to the bathroom, when he until next time, thank you for listening, and on YouTube, thank you for watching or listening.
One of those.
Either or.
Oh.
Well, what if they're just watching? Then they're just literally watching like a video of the images on occasionally changing.
Yeah. You gotta put there.